ठीक है, स्टार्ट। Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session, Daily Takkar Rapid Series, class 204. And we are daily discussing 10 quality MCQs based on yesterday's current affairs. So today we'll discuss 10 MCQs based on the current affairs of 9th March 2024. And the lead topic for today is the species which was recently in news, golden langur. Recently one census was carried out through a survey of golden langurs in its habitat in Assam. So that's why it was in news. So first MCQ will be based on this topic and other 9 MCQs based on other 9 different relevant topics. But before that, the small announcement. Lukmaan IAS has come up with the new program and which is very important for PT 2024. ठीक है, तो हम prelims की तैयारी कर रहे हैं. And by the end of this month, you must be completing your subject-wise tests. And you will be giving full length mock test, especially all India mock test in April and May month, right? So before giving those tests, there can be one fast track revision. That's why the name marathon batch. Okay, in this, let's say, sessions, faculty will focus on revising the important topics of the subject throughout a day. The session will be around 8 to 9 hours. And the polity session itself is starting with the Ansari sir and the other faculties will cover the remaining subjects. And the nominal fees is there, so fee 1100. So for simple revision purpose also students can join this batch and it will benefit you because it is going to be offline as well as online. तो आप क्लास में ही कुछ आपके डाउट्स या क्वेरीज है वो सॉल्व कर सकता है वहीं पे. And in the end of every session, we will be providing you 200 practice MCQs, which is again going to help you. अगर आपका कोई एक सब्जेक्ट वीक रहा है तो उसके ऊपर और MCQ की प्रैक्टिस आप कर सकते हैं before giving the full length mock test. So if you are willing to join this, you can visit Lukmaan IAS office or website and join this particular course. Okay, so today's quotation. So daily we are discussing one quotation in this particular lecture series before discussing 10 MCQs. And this is helping us to prepare for mains examination also, like subjects of essay and ethics paper. Now today's quote is by Leo Tolstoy. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. So you know that Mahatma Gandhi was also very much influenced by his writing. And Gandhi ji also talks about the statements like be the change you want to see in the world. So somehow it is similar. ठीक है, तो उसी तरीके से आपको एग्जाम में भी कोट आ सकता है एथिक्स में स्पेशली. So everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. आपने डेली आपकी लाइफ में देखा होगा सोसाइटी में, everyone will tell you to do this, do that, but they themselves are not doing this. Like we are very much concerned about cleanliness at public places, or we see that जैसे बस स्टैंड है और या फिर रेलवे स्टेशन है, तो वहां पर देखते हैं सब गंदगी है. एंड देन वी टेंड टू ब्लेम द अथॉरिटीज, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, गवर्नमेंट एंड लेट्स से others who are doing this. But somehow we are also contributing to that. And if we start changing that in our house itself or by us itself, तो सैनिटेशन इज द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल. तो गांधी जी ने यहीं से शुरू किया था, जो साउथ अफ्रीका में स्टार्टिंग में उन्होंने अलग अलग एक्सपेरिमेंट्स किए थे. तो क्लीनलीनेस वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लेट्स से इनिशिएटिव. And it started with, we can say, by self. So he himself, Gandhi ji himself used to clean the premises and even including toilets. तो ये जो चीज है, changing, no one thinks of changing himself. Changing himself will contributing to, we can say, it will bring change in the world. जैसे वो लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई में जो हम बोलते हैं कि गांधीगिरी, ठीक है, कोई वायलेंस कर रहा है तो इन रिटर्न वायलेंस करने की जरूरत नहीं. ठीक है, तो आपने पीसफुल मीन्स फॉलो करने चाहिए, तब बाकी लोग करेंगे. इस तरीके से जो अप्रोच है, सो यू नीड टू फॉलो द वैल्यूज, यू नीड टू इंप्लीमेंट राइट काइंड ऑफ डिसीजंस एंड others will follow, and automatically we can say the world will be the better place to live. So everyone thinks of changing the world. ये जो चीज होता है ये हमारे एटीट्यूड का पार्ट है. ठीक है, मतलब गवर्नमेंट ने ये करना चाहिए, लोगों ने ये करना चाहिए, या फिर हम बोलते हैं इस कम्युनिटी का जो परसीव्ड नोशन जिसको हम बोलते हैं, ठीक है, प्रेजुडाइज्ड एटीट्यूड्स एंड ऑल. तो ये सब जो है हमारा एक्सटर्नल वाला पार्ट है. बट इफ इट लुक इनसाइड अस, ठीक है, तो अगर हम इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करते हैं तो वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट इफ वी चेंज आवरसेल्फ मेनी थिंग्स कैन चेंज एंड सच चेंज इज मोर कंटेजियस. ठीक है, तो सिंपली क्लीनलीनेस का एग्जांपल लीजिए या फिर आप ऑनेस्टी का एग्जांपल लीजिए. सो वट एवर यू आर डूइंग, एनी जॉब यू आर डूइंग, और आफ्टर बिकमिंग IAS ऑफिसर, if you live the honest life, that is going to be very let's say change making in the administration. तो basically ये सारी चीज इसमें बात करनी है. Okay, fine. Moving on, let's talk about today's 10 topics. So these are the 10 topics and we'll discuss MCQs based on them one by one. So what should be answer to this one? Let me give you some time also. Online students, yes, good evening everyone. क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर? Recently there was one census of golden langurs in the country and around 7,400 golden langurs were found in its habitat. That census was carried out by let's say Forest Department of Assam and many other non-profit organizations like BNHS जो है, ठीक है, Bombay Natural History Society. ठीक है, तो yes, this is very important activity. Why? Because this is endemic species, endemic to Assam, especially the region of Manas Biosphere Reserve. ठीक है, that is we can say along the border with Bhutan. ठीक है, तो वो वाला habitat उसका है, endemic species है Manas Wildlife Sanctuary Assam. This one is correct statement. Now talking about the characteristics, as the name suggests, golden, so it appears, its feathers and all looks or appear like we can say golden in color, and this brings the change with the normal langur that we have throughout our Indian peninsula. ठीक है, जो हम अगर आप अलग अलग स्टेट से है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट से नहीं है, तो आप लंगूर देखते ही है. दैट इज हनुमान लंगूर अगर देखे जाए तो नीलगिरीज में, सदर्न इंडिया में, वेस्टर्न घाट्स में. That is different from golden langur as a species itself because of that appearance also. ठीक है, तो males are larger and more robust than the females. This one is correct. The male का weight ज़्यादा होता है, size ज़्यादा होता है comparatively. Along with that, it is listed as critically endangered. No, it is listed as endangered in IUCN red data. ठीक है, तो हम देखते हैं कि ये भी statement incorrect है. Now, two statements are correct, one is incorrect. हमें करेक्ट पूछा हुआ है. व्हाट शुड बी द आंसर? बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर, राइट? सो दिस काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सॉल्विंग एमसीक्यूज बेस्ड ऑन द करंट अफेयर्स. ये देखिए, पॉपुलेशन एंड इट्स हैबिटेट, इट लुक्स लाइक दिस. ये गोल्डन कलर का दिखता है पूरा फर इसका, ठीक है, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज इन यूनिक. अगेन लेट मी टेल यू दैट जब आप ये डेली फॉलो कर रहे हैं 10 एमसीक्यूज, सो यू मस्ट बी थिंकिंग कि ये सर डेली हम इससे नोट्स निकाले क्या, सर इसको कंपाइल कैसे करें. तो वी आर ourselves compiling all these MCQs, the best 200 MCQs of the month into a magazine, and that magazine is made available at Lukmaan IAS website, also at Lukmaan IAS office in a printed form, and at very nominal fees it is there, 30 rupees. You can join the subscription. You see how it is beneficial. आपने अब तक अगर फॉलो किया होगा तो आपको इसका इंपॉर्टेंस समझा होगा, ठीक है. एंड द डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन PDF इज ऑल्सो मेड अवेलेबल. सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रिसोर्स फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स प्रिपरेशन. नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू ओशन कलर मॉनिटर. ओशन कलर मॉनिटर OCM3, एरोसोल ऑप्टिकल डेप्थ सेंसर. So it was in news. Why? Because this particular sensor mounted on one of the satellite launched by ISRO in 2022 has observed the Earth's, let's say, atmosphere, especially above India, and it has released some data, and let's say that data has been analyzed recently, especially the air pollution condition over Delhi after Deepavali. ठीक है, तो that's why it is in news. Now it is advanced sensor attached to the Earth observation satellite launched by ISRO in November 2022. So this one is correct. ठीक है, this is correct statement. It will enable monitoring of particulate matter within Indian subcontinent only. Now you may be confused with this because most of the observation satellites launched by ISRO, they limit their observation to India or Indian subcontinent. ठीक है, बी इट वेदर रिलेटेड और बी इट वी कैन से सर्वे रिलेटेड, ठीक है, फॉरेस्ट सर्वे से रिलेटेड है या फिर ओवरऑल रिसोर्स सर्वे, रिसोर्स सैट जिसको हम बोलते हैं. बट दिस वन इज नॉट लिमिटिंग टू इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट ओनली. It can provide data related to any part of the Earth's atmosphere. So we can say that this is incorrect and first one is correct, and that's why answer here will be A. Right? Very good. Okay. Moving on. ठीक है. So let's talk about next question. क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर? Yes, with reference to water batteries, which was currently in news, we have to identify the correct statements. Water batteries, recently some of the scientists in Australia has developed a prototype water battery and which is having huge promise in terms of environmental sustainability. ठीक है, तो क्या properties है and how, let's say comparatively, it is better than lithium ion batteries largely we are using in electronic industry at present. So they use water as electrolyte mixed with simple salts. This one is correct. Salts of, we can say, magnesium, zinc. These metals are used instead of, we can say, lithium or let's say lithium ion battery में lithium होता है, ठीक है, तो वो वाला या फिर lead batteries होती है. तो that is, these heavy metals are problematic when they are leached into Earth's atmosphere, be it water, soil or even we can say other aspects, soil. ठीक है, तो वो problematic है, ground water pollution हो रहा है. They have shorter lifespan as compared to lithium ion batteries. No, this is incorrect. Rather, the promising aspect of this new development is that they have longer lifespan as compared to, तो और ज़्यादा environmental sustainably हम बोल सकते हैं use हो सकता है ये resources का. So we can say this one is correct. Longer life है comparatively. Now they are relatively safer and less harmful. Yes, that is true. Why? Because less harmful to environment, we can say. Lithium, lead, they are more harmful. Their extraction is problematic. Along with that, their use is problematic. It is leading to pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, right? So that is problematic. So this is good thing. Okay. So two statements are correct here. One is incorrect. What should be the answer? B is the correct answer. Yes. Good evening, Vijay. So let's solve the next MCQ here. Day 0. Yes, the term based question. Very simple. You may have come across the headline recently that the Bengaluru city may face day 0. ठीक है, ऐसे headline थी. Why? Because of water shortage. A situation when cities taps run completely dry due to acute water shortage and the people queue up for whatever the limited water resources they have. So this is the condition called as day 0, and many cities now in India may face such kind of situation because we are having the El Nino year. We may experience the severe drought conditions during the summer. ठीक है, तो इस सिचुएशन में अवेलेबल वाटर रिसोर्सेस को बहुत ही इफिशिएंट वे में यूज करना, सस्टेनेबल वे में यूज करना जरूरी है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज डे 0. ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. वेरी गुड. ओके, मूविंग ऑन. Yes. So, how many of the above are the causes of mass coral bleaching events? Right. So, we know about the coral reefs. They are the basically symbiotic associated life of coral polyps and zooxanthellae. One provides the protection, other provides the food. Zooxanthellae provide the food, coral polyps provide the protection to zooxanthellae. Along with that, the zooxanthellae provide the color to the coral, we can say coral reefs. That's why they look colorful. ठीक है. Now, what is coral bleaching? Simply the stressful event which leads to breaking of this symbiotic relation between the coral polyps and zooxanthellae. This is called as coral bleaching. So it is not dying out, rather it is the discoloration of coral reefs. It is the discoloration of coral reefs. Now, mass coral bleaching events. Coral bleaching happens because of various reasons. Sudden increase or decrease in the temperature, because the corals are very temperature sensitive, salinity sensitive. So sudden changes in temperature, salinity, density of water may lead to let's say mass level of coral bleaching. Now climate change induced warming, increase in temperature, rising frequency of El Nino, extreme events, extreme cooling, extreme cool temperature, extreme warm temperature in different parts of the oceans in the world. So that can lead. Now extremely low tides. Now what happens because of that? When there are extremely low tides, these coral reefs are exposed to the atmosphere. They are coming above the sea level. It is not good for coral reefs. They are the oceanic ecosystems. They will die, or simply there will be coral bleaching. So this is also correct. Now lack of wind and currents, ocean currents we are talking here. So this is basically not mixing the water. When there is lack of wind or wind is very slow, it is not mixing the water. That means the nutrient are not getting mixed, intermixed, and because of that the growth of zooplankton is limited. Growth of zooplankton is limited. So this one is also correct. So we can say that mass coral bleaching events सारे रीजन हो सकता है इसमें से, all four. ठीक है. सो बी रेडी विद बेसिक्स ऑफ कोरल ब्लीचिंग. मेंस प्रीलिम्स दोनों में आपको क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन? मीजल्स, ट्रिपल वैक्सीन, रूबेला, we have to identify the correct statements. Measles is highly contagious disease caused by bacterial microorganisms. Yes, tide effect, low tide. See, let me give you example. Let's say this is one island. ठीक है, an island, this is the sea level. I'm talking present mean sea level. तो कोरल रीफ्स किस तरीके से तैयार हुए रहते हैं? यहाँ पर इस तरीके से तैयार हुए रहते हैं. ठीक है, क्रॉस सेक्शन है ये. सो दे आर नॉट अबव सी लेवल ऑफ कोर्स. ठीक है, तो ये क्या है? फ्रिंजिंग रीफ. अब ये जब सी लेवल नीचे गिर जाएगा यहाँ पर लो टाइड के टाइम पे, तो दिस पार्ट ऑफ द वी कैन से कोरल रीफ इज एक्सपोज टू द एटमॉस्फेयर. दे आर नॉट, लेट्स से their habitat is not, let's say, related to atmosphere. It is the hydrosphere. ओशन में ही वो टिक सकते हैं. ठीक है, ऑफ कोर्स जूथैंथेलिस है या फिर कोरल पॉलिप्स है. तो when they are exposed to atmosphere they will die. Simple. When they are exposed to atmosphere they will die. तो low tide leads to death of these corals here. ठीक है, तो extreme tides can create problem. वैसे हाई टाइड का इतना इश्यू नहीं है, बट लो टाइड विल एक्सपोज द कोरल रीफ्स टू द एटमॉस्फेयर. दैट इज प्रॉब्लमेटिक. एंड एटमॉस्फेरिक टेम्परेचर्स, एटमॉस्फेरिक कंडीशंस आर नॉट सुटेबल फॉर कोरल रीफ्स ऑफ कोर्स. ठीक है, तो उनका हैबिटेट जो है ओशन, दे आर कॉल्ड एज रेन फॉरेस्ट ऑफ ओशंस. राइट. नाउ व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन? मीजल्स इज बेसिकली द कंटेजियस वायरल डिसीज. ठीक है, एवरीवन ऑफ अस know about that, and we know the vaccine for measles is also there. ठीक है, तो this one is incorrect. Bacterial बोला है. ट्रिपल वैक्सीन इज एडमिनिस्टर्ड टू न्यू बॉर्न चाइल्ड टू इम्यूनाइज अगेंस्ट रूबेला. ठीक है, तो ट्रिपल वैक्सीन रूबेला के लिए नहीं होता है. ट्रिपल वैक्सीन जो है आपका डिप्थेरिया के लिए होता है. फर्स्ट टिटेनस के लिए होता है, एंड वॉपिंग कोफ. ठीक है, वॉपिंग कफ. ये तीन इसको बोला गया है ट्रिपल वैक्सीन. इनके जो तीन वैक्सीन होता है उसको टर्म है ट्रिपल वैक्सीन. ओके, सो उसमें रूबेला नहीं आता है. रूबेला का अलग से एक वैक्सीन आता है. कौन सा? मम्स, रूबेला, एंड वन मोर डिसीज इज देयर. लेट मी टेल यू दैट. ठीक है, सो ट्रिपल वैक्सीन को डीटीपी वैक्सीन भी बोला जाता है. एंड अबाउट द मम्स, व्हाट इज दैट? मीजल्स, मम्स, रूबेला. ठीक है, तो मीजल्स, मम्स, रूबेला ये एमएमआर वैक्सीन होता है. तो मीजल्स वाला इसमें होता है, ये अलग है. ठीक है, सो दिस वन इज इनकरेक्ट. फर्स्ट वन इज इनकरेक्ट. दोनों इनकरेक्ट है, तो व्हाट शुड बी द आंसर? डी इज द आंसर. ठीक है, डी इज द आंसर. वेरी गुड. ठीक है, मूविंग ऑन. व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन? The Constitution of India provides for exclusive and original jurisdiction to the Supreme Court over legal issues originating between states. Legal issues originating between states. No, we know that the original jurisdiction of the, let's say, Supreme Court, it is mentioned in the Constitution itself that original jurisdiction is related to the disputes between center and state and among the states. ठीक है, तो उससे रिलेटेड है लीगल इश्यूज, एंड दीज इश्यूज आर बेसिकली मेंशन्ड, लीगल राइट्स एज मेंशन्ड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इटसेल्फ. ओके, सो दिस वन इज करेक्ट. लुक एट दिस. ओरिजिनल जुरिडिक्शन ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज लिमिटेड टू द नेचर ऑफ डिस्प्यूट्स involving legal rights as mentioned in the constitution itself, not outside the constitution. So this one is also correct, we can say. Now, any suit brought before the Supreme Court by the private citizen against the center or state cannot be entertained under Article 131, which talks about the original jurisdiction. Basically, it is not dealing with when private citizen is coming up any kind of case before the Supreme Court. The original jurisdiction is not dealt by the, we can say, Supreme Court when such kind of private citizen is coming up with such case. So just a moment. Let me tell you further additional information. Yes, Article 131 applies to only to the disputes between states or central government and states. ठीक है, प्राइवेट सिटीजन्स कैनॉट डायरेक्टली यूज दिस प्रोविजन टू सू द गवर्नमेंट. ठीक है, तो उससे रिलेटेड है. 151 नहीं है विजय. ठीक है, 151 तो कैग का होगा ना. 148, 149, 150, 51 जो है कैग के आर्टिकल्स है. 131. ठीक है, सो दिस वन इज ऑल्सो वी कैन से करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. सो ऑल थ्री स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट हियर. Okay, moving on. What about this one? Recently, there was huge protest in Ladakh by the people of Ladakh with certain demands like the 6th schedule, including Ladakh in the 6th schedule, granting the statehood to the Ladakh, and the third important demand was a separate state public service commission for recruitments in the Ladakh. इस तरीके से उनके डिमांड्स है. वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट सच क्वेश्चन इन द प्रीलिम्स, मेंस एग्जामिनेशन आल्सो, एंड सच क्वेश्चन इन प्रीलिम्स. सम फैक्चुअल प्रोविजंस लाइक inclusion under 6th schedule allows an area to create autonomous districts and regional councils, elected bodies with power to administer travel. So basically there is more devolution of powers, decentralization we can say, and more autonomy is given there. Like in Assam we have Bodo autonomous councils. ठीक है, so how many states at present? 4 states are included in it of Northeast India. So which are these? Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. ठीक है, मणिपुर नहीं है इसमें. That's why this becomes incorrect statement. है ना, मणिपुर नहीं है इसमें. So what should be the answer? One only. ठीक है, okay, moving on. What about this one? Pritzker Architecture Prize. Yes, this is considered as Nobel Prize for Architecture. ठीक है, it is dubbed as, it is not exactly given by Norwegian Nobel Committee. ठीक है, तो there is Hayat Foundation run by Pritzker family, non-profit organization we can say, Hayat Foundation, and that awards this let's say Pritzker prize, and this is very, we can say, prestigious prize in this particular sector or area. It aims to honor heritage building for its artistic beauty and conservation. Not heritage building. ठीक है, heritage building नहीं है. So whatever the architecture, living architecture we can say, that is built by the people at present. हेरिटेज मतलब पुराना वाला होता है. ठीक है, So that is not related to that. Living architecture means at present any architecture person is basically building any unique kind of architecture, and that is helping in urban planning or such kind of things are there. So this one will be incorrect. No Indians have received this prize till the date. No, this is incorrect. One Indian has received this prize, and what is the name of that person? Mr. Doshi. Okay, Mr. Doshi. Let me tell you the full complete name. Bal Krishna Doshi, 2018. ठीक है, बाल कृष्ण दोषी 2018. So this is incorrect statement. Awards से related हर साल अभी पिछले 2 साल से एक minimum question आ रहा है, ठीक है. तो we can expect such kind of question also. This one is incorrect, this one is incorrect, and this one is also incorrect. तो क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर? Correct? None. D is the correct answer. ठीक है. Now what should be the answer to last question for today? Yes, regarding gig workers, there was a very good findings report. First page पे द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर के आप उसका डेटा भी लिख के ले सकते हैं. There was one survey regarding the gig workers or gig economy in India. ठीक है. तो basic let's say aspects of gig workers or platform workers, we have to identify the correct statement. They enjoy full-time employment benefits like health insurance and paid time off. No, this is incorrect. No, they do not enjoy. This is the problem. This is the issue, right? They do not enjoy these benefits which are part of, we can say, social security. They have flexible work arrangements and short-term contracts. This is correct. Okay, there is no rigid arrangement or let's say long-term contracts. This is correct, we can say. They work exclusively for one employer. No, rather they can work for multiple employers. Like we see the cab drivers. वो कैब ड्राइवर क्या करते हैं, कभी कोई एक पर्टिकुलर प्लेटफॉर्म यूज करते हैं ओला का, कभी वो उबर यूज करेंगे, कोई और एक यूज करेंगे. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी दैट दे शुड बी फॉलोइंग एनी वन पर्टिकुलर एम्प्लॉयर. सेम इज फॉर वी कैन से द डिलीवरी गाइज जो हम देखते हैं, जोमेटो, स्विगी एंड ऑल. ठीक है. तो दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. सो फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड आर इनकरेक्ट एंड सेकंड इज करेक्ट. सो ओनली वन स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट हियर. ठीक है, फाइन. So these are today's 10 MCQs. ठीक है, who is gig worker and all these things are mentioned there. Again, one small announcement regarding the new module that is starting in PT 100 topics batch. ठीक है, तो science and technology module will start on 18th of March. It will start on 18th of March. Every day evening 5 PM we are having session. And if you feel that आपका science and technology थोड़ा सा weak है prelims की preparation में, so you should join this batch because very we can say pinpointed content is delivered by the faculty in PT 100 programs. As the name suggests, 100 topics. We have identified the most important topics for our examination, where UPSC asks frequent questions on that topic and go in much depth. ठीक है. तो आपको ऐसा प्रीलिम्स वाला रिवीजन चाहिए, ना कि इन डिटेल हर टॉपिक पढ़ाया जा रहा है, हर साल आप सेम चीज रिवाइज कर रहे हैं, क्लास में पढ़ रहे हैं. तो वो तो आपका टाइम ऐसे ही मतलब इफिशिएंटली यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं आप. फाइन. सो इफ यू वांट टू ज्वाइन दिस एज अ सेपरेट मॉड्यूल आल्सो, यू कैन ज्वाइन इट. फाइन. ओके, लेट अस स्टॉप देन फॉर टुडे.